All right. Thank you for joining me. I am Brian Banks from Your Career Day. Can you give us your name?
Destiny Cole.
Okay. And where's your hometown, Destiny?
I'm from Detroit, Michigan.
All right. What is your career title?
I'm a certified athletic trainer.
Okay. Now, what does being a certified athletic trainer entail?
Um, so it's not to be confused with like a personal trainer or someone who works in a gym, though I
Mhm.
could do those and necessarily do what I do. I need different credentials for that. The easiest way to explain it is almost like if you're watching a sporting event and you see someone go down on a football field, the group of people that runs out to help them,
Mhm.
that's me. So we do
Okay.
lots of emergency care, like first responder stuff, as well as rehabilitation of injuries for athletes.
Mhm.
Also serve as like, depending on which setting you work in, kind of that primary healthcare professional. And then if we need to outsource or refer to other providers, then we do. But our biggest thing is like prevention and rehabilitation as well.
Okay. Now, what type of education is required?
So now you currently need a master's degree from a credentialed program, and then you also have to pass the board of certification exam that would come at the end of your curriculum. So you would learn all of the things, and then you take that test to become certified.
Okay. Now, what type of person is best suited to do what you do?
Someone who's outgoing, someone who's detail oriented, and a problem solver.
Mhm.
Um, you must be creative, quick on your feet. No two injuries are the same. So you can have two athletes that both tear their ACL. Their rehabs won't be the exact same. Their healing time and healing process won't be the same just because they're two different people.
Right.
Um, you don't only have to work in athletics. So if you hate sports, a lot of your initial coverage and learning will be regarding athletics, but
Mhm.
there are such things as industrial athletic trainers, athletic trainers that work at Amazon, that work at the airport, um, so many different settings. I work in college athletics. That was my passion. But you must work well with others because you
Mhm.
might have, even if you have your own team, you'll have a staff of
Yes.
many people from different backgrounds. You'll have a patient population of different demographics. So the better you get along with people who may or may not look like you, the easier time that you will have. You also regularly explain, you kind of deliver bad news a lot. So
Mhm.
if someone gets hurt, you kind of have to explain that to them and talk through the rehab process. So lots of patience is required because that's an emotional task to handle, and people don't
Yeah.
always handle that well. Um, so the more patient you are, the better you are at explaining the same thing multiple ways, the easier
Mhm.
time you'll have.
Okay. What was your role to your current position? How'd you get here?
So I did undergrad at Eastern Michigan University.
Mhm.
I got my master's degree at Arkansas State, where I was a grad assistant with the football team. I
Okay.
did a summer internship with the New Orleans Saints, and I currently work at the University of Arkansas. I work full time with swim and dive, and I assist with football here
Mhm.
for the Razorbacks. And I originally transferred to Eastern. I thought I wanted to be a pharmacist when I first
Mhm.
got to college, but I just honestly, it was kind of boring to me. I love math and science though, but it still was like a little bit of the same thing every day.
Mhm.
And so athletic training, it's a perfect balance of same thing every day, but it can be anything. Like, you're gonna have practice every day and the
Right.
game on the weekends, but what that day entails is gonna be could be completely different.
Okay.
um and so it's a good balance of the switch.
Yeah. Okay. Now, how did you know this was the career for you?
Um so like I said, I found it a little later.
Mhm.
Um, I had come from an athletics and a coaching family, so
Mhm.
I talked to, for example, the athletic trainer at my dad's high school at the time, and job shadowed her for a couple of days. Talked
Mhm.
to other athletic trainers I knew from the universities I was at, and also just did my research of like the type of things I will learn, the type of classes I will take, and they sounded interesting to me, so I knew I would be interested in that. Um,
Yeah.
we had a class that was like intro to athletic training, so it kind of dipped your toe in the water and
Hmm.
explained certain things and the different settings that you could work in, and I just fell in love instantly.
Yeah. So that was the track. You fell in love with it once you were exposed to it. Now you're living your
Yeah.
dream. That's
Yes.
cool. So what advice would you give to someone that might want to follow in your footsteps?
Um, do your research. There are so many athletic training programs out there. Um, Also, again, the setting that you might want to work in.
Mm-hmm.
Um, some people don't like the busy schedule that college athletics has, so they'll work at the high school level where you come to work later in the day and you know what time you're going to be off, and you'll have your summers and certain holidays off just like the high school schedule
Right.
allows. Some people work clinically along with physical therapists. Some people open their own practice or do a sports performance and get other certifications like that support it, such as becoming a personal trainer or different things like that.
Mhm.
That kind of help you market yourself. And so it's just take some time um,
Mhm.
to get to know what you want to do. Like I kind of made a list of what I wanted in a career. I knew I
Mhm.
like dealing with people. Um, I like customer service, and though it's not necessarily transactional, but it's still customer service. Like I have to
Mhm.
provide a service. I'm a healthcare professional, so I provide care for other people's. I like interacting with all different types of people.
Mhm.
So I get to do that every day, get to travel.
Yeah.
Yes, some places are in the SEC are just like random country towns, but there, for example, this weekend I'm going to Auburn, Alabama. Like no other time would I, unless I go to Auburn, would I be
Right.
traveling to Auburn. Um, so I'm appreciative of that. My goal is to hit all 50 states for athletics, but
Mhm. Well, that could happen. Definitely
yeah,
could happen. So that's a great advice. I really appreciate you sharing your time and knowledge with us, and wish you all the best moving forward.
thank you. Oh, I do have some advice, other
Yes.
advice. Um, Create your network. Um,
Yes.
Even though you're like, I might be in high school or I might just got to college, like it's never too early to create your network. Be mindful of what you say and do on the internet. What you think goes away does not go away. We've
Yes.
had interview candidates that like as soon as we look them up, yes, it might be a picture from a little bit ago, but this is what you chose to put on the internet,
Right.
the activities that you partook in. That doesn't go away no matter how much you think it goes away. Get yourself out there, see who you can job shadow.
Mhm.
If you know what college you want to go to or thinking about going to, so many colleges have like student workers for football that you help
Mhm.
set up the field, tape athletes, like hydrate athletes. Some of the people on the sideline that you think are just water girls are most likely athletic trainers that, yes,
Right.
that is part of our job, is giving athletes water, but that doesn't even scratch the surface of what we do. Those people are careers, even if in the
Yeah.
NFL. Like, so it's not just water girl, water boy.
Mhm.
They're most likely athletic training students or fellows or different things like that.
Yeah.
Again, there are so many fields in athletic training. Like you can work for the air. I have athletic trainer friends that work for Delta Airlines. I have athletic trainer friends that work for Amazon. I have friends in the NBA and NFL,
Yeah.
MLB. There's so many different settings. Um, uh, those two are probably the biggest. But send an email, volunteer, find
Mhm.
out to people for mentorship. There are random people that have messaged me on LinkedIn, which is a
Yeah.
networking and career building website. Just asking advice, like questions are free. Unfortunately, there are times that people
Mhm.
haven't answered my questions, but there are so many people that have gotten back to me, and it just takes 5 minutes to send an
Yeah.
email. Um, but yeah,
No, that's great advice. I'm glad you thought of that, because those things are really important. Knowing what to put on social media and what not to is very important. So I'm glad you touched on that. Again, thank you so much. I appreciate your time, and
thank you.
continued success.
Thank you.